Students, hope you all stay safe. Myself Saranya, I am your social teacher. Today we are going to see the Earth our habitat chapters. In that chapter, lesson 1, the Earth in the solar system. In this geographic book, this is the index we are going to see in the future classes. The first lesson is the Earth in the solar system. How wonderful it is to watch the sky after a sunset. One would first notice one or two bright dots shining in the sky. Soon you would see the number increasing. So, usually, we saw at first in the evening, we saw only one or two stars. After that, the number will increase, right? You cannot count them anymore. The whole sky is filled with tiny, shiny objects. Some are bright, others dim. It seems as if the sky is stood with diamonds. They all appear to be twinkling. But if you look at them carefully, you will notice that some of them do not twinkle, others do. So, while seeing the sky, some stars will twinkle and some of them will stay as such, yes, right? They simply glow without any flicker just as the moon shines. So, the stars who didn't blink, it is compared with the moon. So, moon will not blink, right? It stay as such as like that. Along with these bright objects, you may also see the moon on most of the days. So, most of the days we can see the moon. It will be, it may, however, appear at different times in different shapes and at different positions. You can see the full moon only once in about the month's time. So, we can see the moon every day. Not every day, most of the days, but it will not be same, right? It will be a half moon or it will be a full moon. That full moon we can see only once in a month time. It is a full moon night or Purnima we call it as. A fortnight later, you cannot see it at all. It is a new moon night. So after that, we can't see the moon. There is no moon in the sky. That is called new moon night or Amavasai. On this day, you can watch the night sky best, provided it's a clear night. So it will be a clear night. Do you wonder why can't we see the moon and all those bright tiny objects during daytimes? Did you notice that in the daytimes we can't see the moon or any stars? Did you know why? It is because the very bright light of the sun does not allow us to see all these bright objects of the night sky. So because of the sun's brightness, we couldn't able to see the moon and stars. The sun, the moon, and all those objects shining in the night sky is called skeletal bodies. So, the sun, moon, and all those tiny objects, which is the stars, that one we call it as a skeletal bodies. Some skeletal bodies are very big and hot. They are made up of gases. They have their own heat and light which they emit in large amounts. These skeletal bodies are called stars. The sun is a star. The sun also we call it as a star or fireball. We call it as. Countless twinkling stars in the night sky are similar to the sun. So, in the night times, we saw so many twinkling stars that is compared with a sun in the daytime, but we do not feel their heat or light, and they look so tiny because they are very very far from us. So during the daytime we feel the heat and light, right? But in the night times we cannot feel that heat and light from the tiny object because it is too far away from us. You must have noticed that all objects look smaller when seen from a distance. So, if we keep any object in the distance, we go back and back. After that, we'll see that object. It will be a very small, like flight in the aeroplane in the sky. How small an aeroplane looks when it is flying at a great height. While watching the night sky, you may notice various paths, patterns formed by different groups of stars. These are called constellations. So, see the picture? We can connect all the stars. It will form some pattern. Like phone password, we use patterns, right? Like that, we can connect that stars. That is called constellations. Ursa Major or Big Bear is one such a constellation. One of the most easily recognizable constellation is the Spatra Rishi. Spata 7 Rishi means stages. So 7 stages it will be. It is a group of 7 stars that forms a pattern of Ursa Major constellation. Ask someone elder in your family or neighborhood to show you more stars, planets, and constellation in the sky. So, in the night time, just observe the sky and see some stars which are twinkling, which are not twinkling, which are formed some patterns. Like you can see, you can observe from the sky. Just do it once. In the ancient times, people used it to determine the direction during the night time with the help of stars. So you might heard about in the daytime, some in ancient times people will calculate the time durations using a sun, but in the night time how they will calculate without sun? With the help of the stars they can calculate. The north star indicates the north direction. It also called as pole star. So in the northern side, if any star is there, that is called as a pole star. It always remains in the same position in the sky. We can locate the position of the pole star with the help of the spectra rishi. Look at the figure 1.1. So look at this picture. You will notice that if an imaginary line is drawn joining the pointer star and extended further, it will point to the polar star. So if we point one by one the stars, it will show which is the pole star. So the pole star will be like this, like a big star it will be. Some skeletal bodies do not have their own heat and light. They are lit by the light of the stars. So some of the stars they don't have light and heat. Such bodies are called planets. The word planet comes from the Greek word planetai, which means wanderers. The earth on which we live is a planet. So we are living in a planet. What the planet name? That is Earth. It gets all its heat and light from the sun, which is our nearest star. If we look at the earth from a great distance, say the moon, it will appear to be a shining just as the moon. So, as the moon, our earth also will shine. So, for that, we have to go to some other planet like moon or some other planet we have to go and see. That is not possible. If you're reading in your future you want to become an astronaut or something like that, you can see that. The moon that we see in the sky is a satellite. It is companion of our earth and moves around it. So this is the satellite picture which moves around the earth. Like our earth, there are seven other planets that get heat and light from the sun. Some of them have their moons too. So not only the sun, the planets will get light, some of the planets will get light from moon also. So we'll stop here. We'll continue in the next section. Read all the paragraphs. Thank you, students.